It was only after the divorce that Benjamin realized how good his ex-wife had been to him. She had organized all the clothes he wore every day. Even the maid didn't know where things were kept. After hesitating for a long time, Benjamin finally called Anna. At that time, Anna was on a blind date. As soon as the phone rang, she immediately excused herself from the man sitting across from her and stepped aside. Without wasting a moment, she told Benjamin exactly where the black cufflinks were. It was on the second row of the walk-in closet, on the third shelf, inside the glass cabinet. Every item he used on a daily basis was kept right there. Her calm, composed response only served to fill him with even deeper feelings of guilt. He suddenly realized that throughout their 3 years of marriage, Anna had done far more for him than he could have ever imagined. 3 years ago, his grandfather had fallen critically ill. To fulfill the old man's final wish of seeing him married, Benjamin entered into a contract marriage with Anna. They reached a mutual agreement to divorce after 3 long years. Right from the very first day, Benjamin established some very clear boundaries. He chose to sleep in the guest room, while Anna remained in the master bedroom. He then formally announced his daily schedule to her. Specifically, from 11 p.m. until 5 a.m. was strictly his own private time. Beyond that, she was always free to reach out to him whenever she felt the need. He had even provided her with an unlimited black card for her personal use. He had filled her walk-in closet with enough designer clothes to stock an entire shopping mall. Everything he did was always so incredibly precise and carefully calculated. It felt like fulfilling a cold business agreement, efficient and correct, yet completely devoid of any warmth. And yet Anna could still sense a faint hint of genuine care behind that cold, detached arrangement. Ever since his dear mother passed away, no one had treated her with such tender, loving care. Whenever she happened to fall ill, he would always bring her medicine and a glass of water. When she bumped into the corner of the table late at night, he quietly installed protective safety pads on every sharp edge in the house. He taught her how to truly savor the taste of freshly hand-brewed coffee, from the bright, sharp tang of citrus to the delicate, sweet scent of jasmine. He mentioned that he could only stay for 3 years, so he had to learn as much as he possibly could. Those small, gentle acts of kindness slowly began to melt his long-guarded heart. In that lifeless mansion, he finally began to truly live for the very first time. He decided to change the decor of the house, as he found it quite dull and uninspired. He celebrated her birthday in such a clumsy way. She had almost started to believe that she had a real husband. She didn't realize that falling for him had been a mistake from the very start, but just once the 3-year period finally came to an end, they stood outside the civil affairs office. Benjamin spoke calmly about how to divide their assets. Anna simply refused to take anything at all. She was looking for a clean and a truly complete final break. In order to bury that old dream for good, she insisted that they had both gotten exactly what they needed, and that now, neither one of them owed the other anything at all. Benjamin was left feeling quite confused and lost, but he ultimately accepted that this was her final wish. He made one final solemn promise to her. Even as his former wife, she would never have to endure any suffering. She was told she could reach out and call him at any time. However, the true nightmare only began the moment she stepped out of that building. The second she arrived back home, she was met with a stinging slap from her father and the cruel laughter of her stepmother. They berated her as useless, mocking her for failing to even save her own marriage. She couldn't get much out of Benjamin's family. When her father found out she had returned empty-handed, he flew into a rage. He treated her like damaged goods and immediately arranged another marriage. That man was Jopeng, a sales team leader at a branch of the Duan Group, the same man who had shown inappropriate interest in her 3 years ago. His words during their blind date were offensive. He was constantly boasting about his own personal accomplishments. He would constantly belittle her for the fact that she was divorced, and he treated her as if she were nothing more than some piece of second-hand property. At that moment, Benjamin called again. He just wanted to ask about the black cufflinks. She told him the exact location without hesitation. That brief conversation showed how deeply she was connected to his life. A few days later, at a grand reception, Zhao Peng brought Anna along. He introduced her as his fiancée and added that she was a divorcee, at which the crowd laughed. Anna felt completely humiliated. Just then, Benjamin appeared.